All right. Hey guys. So I'm going to be taking notes on here. I'm going to be going over them. You should be watching, also taking these notes and making sure that you are paying attention. If I go too fast, if I go too slow, you can always pause. You can rewind. You can fast forward. But make sure you go answer the questions that are go with the questions. All right. So what I want you guys to do is really just pay attention. I'm going to be checking these notes when I come back, so make sure that you pay attention. Plus, you guys will be taking a test soon, so you need to make sure that you know this material. All right. So I'm going to start from the beginning. We're going to start at skill 59. So skill 59 is about fractions and mixed numbers. So fraction is a number that names a part of a whole or part of a group. Okay. So let's take a look at this right here. We see this rectangle, it's one whole. All the pieces make up one whole, but they broke it into six different pieces. One, two, three, four, five, six. Six different total pieces, which we put as a fraction like this. Six total pieces, which is the denominator. Now, in this, we only take four out of the six, which means we have four shaded, which is in the numerator. So that's good enough. But what we need to do now is we need to take that fraction, we need to put it on a number line. We know that if we take this whole total, it's six pieces, and if we need one whole, it's six out of six pieces. So one whole is six out of six pieces. And then what we need to do is we need to figure out where four out of six is. Well, if I know one whole is six out of six pieces, then I know that if I move back two, that's four out of six pieces, which is where this would be. All right, and so that's what I'm doing is I'm counting now and figuring out what the next numbers or the numbers before are. So if this is four out of six, this is five out of six. This is six out of six. The next number would be seven out of six. Okay, which is an improper fraction, but we can still do that because it's still a number that's bigger than six. 7 out of 6, which would be 8 out of 6, 9, 10, 11, and 12 out of 6. Now, I want you to try to figure out what the next numbers would be after 12 out of 6, which is 2 whole. So after 12 out of 6, it would be 13 out of 6, and then, yeah, you got it. 14 out of 6, and then 15 out of 6, and then 16 out of 6. So good. That's what we're going to be doing in this skill. So the next vocab that we really need to pay attention to is what a mixed number is. Okay, a mixed number is an amount given as a whole number and a fraction. So a whole number, so that means we have one whole piece and then a little bit of a piece left over. So like this, we can tell that by this fraction that we have, this is one whole here, which is equal to 3 out of 3. And we have one whole here, which is equal to 3 out of 3. Because we know they're whole because they're all shaded. All of this is shaded. But then we have a fraction here, which is 2 out of 3 pieces are shaded. So what we're doing is we're finding the mixed number and finding the whole total of it. So we have one whole plus one whole, which is 2 wholes. And then we have 2 out of 3 left over, which is 2 out of 3. Then what we're going to do is we're going to be finding it on here. Okay, so what I really want you guys to do is I want you to find this here. So if I know that 3 out of 3 is one whole, I'm going to first try to do that. If I start from 0, I know that the next piece is going to be broken down to 1 out of 3, 2 out of 3. Then I like to make my whole numbers bigger lines. So this is 3 out of 3, which is one whole. The next number is going to be 1 out of 3, 2 out of 3, and then 1 and 3 out of 3, which is the same thing as one whole plus one whole, which is 2. Okay, so I made a bigger line so I know. Okay, the next number is going to be 2 and 1 out of 3, 2 and 2 out of 3, which is this number right here. And the next number out of 2 and 2 out of 3 is 3 wholes, which is equal to 2 and 3 out of 3. All right, so that's what we're doing. We need to figure out how many sections or pieces that we are cut into. This one was cut into 3 pieces because we could see 1, 2, 3 pieces. Now, take a look at this next fraction. If you need to pause, pause. If you don't, keep going. Okay? The next fraction. Okay. If you just take a look at this picture, how many pieces are these cut into? Okay, take a second. Good. If you guessed 4 pieces, you were right. As we see they're cut, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So we can see right away that there's a couple whole numbers and then a fraction. We know this is a whole number, which is 1 whole, and this is equal to 4 out of 4 because now these are cut into 4 pieces, not 3 like the other one. So this is also 1 whole, which is 4 out of 4 pieces. And this fraction is cut into 2 out of 4 pieces, which is 2 out of 4. So to create our mixed number, we find out how many whole numbers we have. We have 1 and 2, and we figure out whatever's left over, which is 2 out of 4. Now, we need to figure out where this number is on the number line. Okay, so I know that it's going to be between 2 and 3 because I know that this is 2 wholes, and 2 out of 4 is a little bit bigger than 2, but still it's less than 3, so I need to figure where this is out. Okay, so I'm going to start from 0. So I'm going to create my numbers: 1 out of 4, 2 out of 4, 3 out of 4, 4 out of 4, which is 1 whole, and then this is going to be 1 and 1 out of 4, 1 and 2 out of 4, 1 and 3 out of 4. Then what I want you guys to do is I want you to figure out what this would be and beyond. Okay, so give me the next 1, 2, 3 numbers here. Okay, take a second. All right. So this is going to be 2 and 1 out of 4, 2 and 2 out of 4, 2 and 3 out of 4, and then this is going to be 3 wholes, which is 2 and 4 out of 4, which is the same thing. Now, we've already found out where this number is, 2 and 2 out of 4. This is right here. And if we keep going, we can find out that this is 3 wholes and 1 out of 4, 3 wholes and 2 out of 4, 3 wholes and 3 out of 4, 4 wholes, and 4 wholes and 1 out of 4, 4 wholes and 2 out of 4. And then we can keep going and going. Okay? So that's the basics of getting our mixed number in a number line. Okay? So I'm going to stop the video here, and then I want you to go to part 2 of this next video and continue watching that.